She's been a lot of fun, you know. From the first time I rode her here in the allowance race, she was so impressive. She ran 8 and change. Now, we always felt that she was a grade 1 type filly. And then we went over into California at the end of her 3-year-old year in the La Brea, and she gets beat ahead and runs a huge race and just gets beat ahead in a grade 1 like that. So it was heartbreaking, but to finally be able to come back and win a grade 1 with her in the Madison this year as a 5-year-old, it's been a lot of fun. She's taken us to, we've gotten winners at Saratoga, we've won a grade 1 at Keeneland with her, and she's been an honest filly that shows up for us. She worked well. I mean, she went from the 5/8 pole to the wire in 1 minute and 2, and then out 3/4 in 12 and 3. So it was a stiff work. It was what she needed. You know, she hadn't run since the race up in Saratoga. We have 2 more weeks to a Breeders' Cup, so Bret looks like he'll have her ready to go.
I caught her 1 minute and a 5th with a 5/8 and out. I caught her out 3/4 in 12 and 4. Very good work. She was solid all the way around there, finished up good. But we needed something pretty stiff today. I think she got a lot out of it, and she should be ready to go.
A year ago, you ran her back at Keeneland, and she was very impressive winning the TCA. This year, you're training her up to the sprint.
You know, it just seemed like she's got a little older. The harder the races are, the tougher the races are, she doesn't bounce back as quick. Last year, she ran a great race in the TCA and didn't come back and run very well in the Breeders' Cup. I think it was twofold. I don't think she really cared for the track at Del Mar that day, but I also think she was a tired horse. So we approached it a little bit different this year. She had some tough races early in the year, and it seemed to take a little toll on her when we ran her back in 4 weeks. So we're doing things a little different going into the Breeders' Cup this year.
You have to love the idea that it's at her hometown track, the Breeders' Cup this year.
It makes it a lot better for her to come out of her own stall, not have to ship. She loves it here. She loves the surface here, and just all around, not having to travel and all that makes it a lot better for her.
If she's on her game, she's just as good as them. I mean, this is probably one of the deepest filly and mare sprinter divisions you're going to see in years. But we have to go in there thinking that we have a huge chance. I mean, we are a grade 1 winner, and we've beaten most of them already.
Well, he's not a breeder. You know, he loves to race. Everybody knows it's hard to get one like this. So once you get one like this and she's healthy and sound, you'd like to continue to run her. And honestly, until about 3 weeks ago, he didn't make the decision for sure to sell her this year. He had planned on running her next year for a long time. He gave a lot of thought to it, and he really, really wanted to try to run her next year because she's a very healthy, sound filly. And he's kind of hard to come by. At the end of the day, I think the economics and the timing of it, her being 5, he decided to go ahead and sell her. A hard thing to lead him over there one day and then lead him out of your barn early the next morning to go to a sale. She'll leave a big void in my stable. I don't have a lot of good horses, and she's carried the banner for several years for this stable. So you don't replace those kind very easily, so it'll be tough.
Different owners, but you won the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint with Dubai Majesty at Churchill Downs. Can you compare the 2 horses and your sense going into the race this year versus?
There's some similarities. They're both obviously very fast fillies. Dubai Majesty was a filly that wasn't even Breeders' Cup eligible, so it was a little bit tougher deal for us. A little bit more nervy to pay the $100,000 to supplement her to run. Hopefully this one will end like that one did.